There is a beautiful woman that comes into the place that I work, and she is much older, but she is always dressed to the nines. Her makeup is always done and on point. She's the life of the party. She comes in with all of her friends. They're all joking, laughing, drinking. And she will always order like an appetizer, an entree, and dessert because she can afford to do that. And she takes a couple bites of each and then she's done. And she travels the world and she's very active in the community. And while I can't tell you her name, it's very fabulous. Like Vivian or Tallulah. Like she's a whole package. This little 80-year-old woman. And like I just want her life. Like I just want to be her. Like Midge and Mrs. Maisel, I want a big life. I want to be that New York City artist in her 80s that dresses all in purple because she can, darling. I want to be in rooms with the head of Vogue magazine or W magazine, discussing like art forward editorials that aren't just like pretty pictures, but they're weird and quirky and gorgeous or stunning or ethereal. It's a million different things. I want to be in rooms with Nat Geo people who are discussing like culture and climate change and life itself. I want to live in a cabana in Mexico by the ocean with a coven of artist women. We just like howl under the full moon naked, running along the beach. I want to travel. I want to dance. I want to paint. And like Walt Whitman's barbaric yop in Leaves of Grass, as immortalized forever by Dead Poets Society, where it talks about this like guttural scream, this cry, this thing inside you that's saying like, I'm here, notice me, I'm connected to everything. And I just want you all to like, I'm not going to constrict myself for the sake of insecurity, but for liberation. Like I want that to my core. I want color, I want experiences, I want to live. Fuck, I want to live. And here I am, a 47-year-old, washed up artist, so it feels, and mother, wondering how can I live that barbaric yop when life hasn't handed me shit yet? And it's a real question. And it does come with some bitterness, but it's honest. And I really value emotional honesty and the ability to like ask questions and be angry and, allow yourself the time and the space to like expunge all of that energy. And truthfully, I've been struggling and I find myself questioning the universe, like, will something ever give? I've never been a lazy artist. In my 20s, I moved to Los Angeles to pursue acting and comedy. And I was in classes 3 times a week. I was performing 3 times a week. And then like on Sunday nights when I had like a free night, we'd all go to gay karaoke and we had the time of our lives. But, it was just like to be out and about, be seen, try and make connections and have some fun. And I remember meeting people that said that they wanted to be actors in Los Angeles who had lived there for years and still hadn't even gotten headshots yet. That was never me. I have gone for things. I have hustled for things. I have moved across country for things. Started baking businesses, blogs, photography studios. I've written for newspapers, sold paintings. I just finished creating a digital Christmas cookie book. Every recipe, every photo, every design done by me. I picked up guitar and started singing and songwriting in my 40s. And as my dreams have changed, I have pivoted again and again and again. Forever the phoenix rising from the ashes. And just like Pee-wee in his big adventure, my mental health continues to unravel like a cable knit sweater that I just keep knitting and knitting and knitting. Yes. To be clear, I am proud, but I am also exhausted. So as I start this godforsaken YouTube channel, am I just throwing more spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks? Or do I actually get to like feast in Italy this time? Because while I love creating, and quite frankly, like I need to, or I feel like I'm going to explode, I need a payback here. I need something to freaking pay off. I have grown enough. I've done enough work on myself. I know my value enough to know that my thoughts are expensive. I am luxury, and I'm not afraid to say it. And as much as I'm not a lazy artist, I'm even more so not a person that wants to suffer. I will figure out my shit. So how do we find life when we are 20 feet below water, gasping for air, and there's not an oxygen tank in sight? I honestly don't know, because the truly sad part of it all is that I'm not dead inside. I don't believe that you're dead inside. I believe that we are just so very much alive and trapped inside this little tiny box of what our lives currently are. It's like watching Martha Stewart in her documentary be in jail, and you're just like, what a waste. Like, what a waste of a mind. It's like killing off George Bailey. Like, what is the freaking point? Like, what's the lesson here? These are the things that I want to talk about on this YouTube channel, like honest, blood, sweat, and tears. I want to share the art that I create here. I want to ask questions that I don't have the answers to. And more than anything, I want to surround myself with people that want to do the same. So if that's you, welcome. I know that was a bit of a ramble, but please like, share, subscribe, all the bullshit. And I'm going to dive more into this. In the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about my story and where I'm currently at. And then in the third part of this series, I'm going to give some conclusions that I've come to about like ways that I personally can start transforming my life, start transforming my energy to get to a place where even if I'm living in a little tiny small existence, that I can still feel loud and rebellious and being in my full authentic expression. So if that resonates, follow along. I would absolutely love to know your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, and I will see you next time. Bye.